Chosen one, you've had no idea who you really are. For so long, you have looked at yourself through the eyes of pain, through the lens of rejection, through the memories of betrayal, through the weight of delay, and through the confusion of seasons that made no sense. You measured yourself by what went wrong. You judged yourself by what did not happen yet. You questioned your worth because doors closed, people left, and plans failed. But what if I told you that none of those things were ever qualified to define you? What if I told you the real you has remained hidden beneath every storm you survived? You are not the labels people placed on you. You are not the mistakes you regret. You are not the loneliness you endured. You are not the seasons where you felt forgotten. You are not the tears you cried in silence. Those were experiences, not identity. Those were chapters, not destiny. Yet many chosen ones live trapped because they confuse pain with personality. They think because they suffered, they must be broken. Because they were rejected, they must be unwanted. Because they were delayed, they must be denied. But heaven says otherwise. Your spirit has been carrying more than you think. It has been carrying strength while your body felt weak. It has been carrying hope while your mind felt tired. It has been carrying wisdom while your emotions felt confused. It has been carrying vision while your natural eyes only saw obstacles. There were moments when you said, "I can't do this anymore," yet somehow you kept going. There were nights you thought you would collapse, yet you woke up and continued. There were seasons where everything around you looked empty, yet something inside refused to die. That something was your spirit. Chosen one, there is a reason you have always felt different. There is a reason normal paths never satisfied you. There is a reason shallow conversations drained you. There is a reason certain environments felt heavy the moment you entered them. There is a reason crowds could surround you and still you felt alone. You were never designed for surface living. You carry depth. You carry sensitivity. You carry discernment. You carry a calling that cannot thrive in places built for performance and distraction. Many people misunderstood you because they could only read behavior, but heaven reads essence. They saw your silence and called you distant. They saw your caution and called you fearful. They saw your solitude and called you strange. They saw your resilience and called you cold. But what they called flaws were often protections. What they judged was often wisdom. What they rejected was often sacred. Your spirit has been carrying generational battles too. Some of the heaviness you felt was never fully yours. Some fears came through bloodlines. Some patterns existed before you were born. Some struggles were waiting for someone strong enough to end them, and chosen one, that someone was you. You wondered why your life felt intense from the beginning. It is because your presence was a threat to cycles that wanted to continue. You were born to interrupt what others learned to tolerate. That is why attacks often came early. That is why confusion tried to surround you. That is why your confidence was targeted. That is why your voice was challenged. That is why you often had to heal from wounds you did not create. The enemy does not waste energy on empty vessels. Resistance often reveals significance. The pressure you felt was proof that something valuable was inside you. But hear this clearly. Carrying more does not mean carrying forever. Some chosen ones became so used to burden that they mistake exhaustion for purpose. You are not meant to carry everyone's pain while neglecting your own healing. You are not meant to rescue those committed to drowning. You are not meant to shrink so others feel comfortable. You are not meant to bleed endlessly to prove love. Wisdom knows when to help and when to release. Your spirit carried people until they could walk, but some chose to lean forever. Your spirit carried rooms with your peace, but some chose chaos anyway. Your spirit carried relationships with loyalty, but some chose deception. Your spirit carried dreams through years of delay, but now those dreams are asking you to believe again. There comes a season when what you carried must either transform or be laid down. Chosen one, you have underestimated yourself because your power felt normal to you. The ability to survive what should have broken you became ordinary in your eyes. The ability to sense truth became normal. The ability to comfort others became expected. The ability to rebuild after loss became routine. But what is normal to you would overwhelm many others. You adapted to gifts that others pray for. Do not despise what comes naturally to you. Sometimes your assignment hides inside your default nature. If peace follows you, that matters. If insight comes easily, that matters. If people open up around you, that matters. If patterns reveal themselves to you quickly, that matters. If you can create from nothing, restore after damage and rise after disappointment, that matters. Your spirit has been revealing clues about who you really are. You are not behind. You are being uncovered. Some of you thought the delay meant failure. Delay was protection. Had certain doors opened earlier, you would have entered unprepared. Had some relationships succeeded, they would have distracted you from becoming. Had certain opportunities come too soon, ego would have damaged what maturity can now sustain. Time was not punishing you. Time was refining you. Even the loneliness had purpose. Solitude taught you how to hear yourself again. Silence taught you discernment. Betrayal taught you boundaries. Loss taught you detachment. Waiting taught you faith. Hidden seasons taught you identity beyond applause. The very places you cried in became classrooms for your next level. Chosen one, you are not called to remain small because others are uncomfortable with growth. Stop apologizing for evolving. Stop dimming your light to preserve connections built around your old insecurity. Stop explaining boundaries to people who benefited from your lack of them. Stop returning to environments that only celebrate the version of you that tolerated disrespect. You have entered a season of revelation. You will begin seeing why certain things ended. You will begin understanding why certain people could not go with you. You will begin recognizing that what felt like abandonment was often divine redirection. Closed doors saved you from smaller lives. Delays saved you from counterfeit timing. Rejections saved you from misplaced loyalty. Your spirit has also been carrying promises, quiet promises, seeds planted in prayer, visions you almost forgot, desires that never fully died. There are dreams inside you that survived every disappointment because they were never random wishes. They were signals. They were instructions. They were previews of what belongs to your path. Do not bury them now because life was difficult. Water them with action. Protect them with discipline. Strengthen them with consistency. Dreams rarely arrive as magic. They arrive through alignment, courage, and repeated obedience. Chosen one, who are you really? You are the one who kept loving after heartbreak. You are the one who kept believing after delay. You are the one who kept standing after betrayal. You are the one who kept giving after disappointment. You are the one who kept seeking truth in a world addicted to illusion. You are the one who kept your softness without surrendering strength. You are the one who carried more than anyone knew. And now, you are the one who must receive. Receive clarity. Receive peace. Receive direction. Receive restoration. Receive confidence. Receive the courage to become visible again. Receive permission to stop carrying what was never yours. This next chapter requires a different version of you. Not the wounded version surviving day to day. Not the doubting version asking everyone else who you are. Not the overgiving version trying to earn love. Not the fearful version shrinking before opportunity. This chapter requires the aware version, the healed version, the disciplined version, the spiritually aligned version. Some people will not recognize you when you move like this. Good. They were attached to your confusion, not your calling. They were comfortable with your hesitation, not your authority. Let them misunderstand from a distance. You do not need universal approval to walk in truth. Chosen one, stand up internally. Lift your head. Speak to yourself with honor. Treat your energy as sacred. Protect your mind from voices that profit from your doubt. Return to what nourishes your soul. Build habits that match the future you pray for. Trust what peace confirms. Leave what chaos constantly drains. The greatest shift is not outside you. It is within you. The moment you realize who you are, many chains fall without a fight. Manipulation stops working. Fear loses influence. Delay loses its insult. Rejection loses its sting. Comparison loses its poison. Why? Because identity ends many battles that effort alone cannot. So hear this final truth today. You were never empty. You were carrying unseen treasure. You were never weak. You were carrying hidden strength. You were never lost. You were being led through places your mind did not yet understand. You were never forgotten. You were being preserved. Your spirit has been carrying more than you think. Now it is time for your life to reflect what your spirit has known all along. Rise, chosen one. The hidden you is no longer hidden. Chosen one, there is still more that must be spoken over your life today. Because one message cannot contain everything heaven has been trying to reveal to you. You have walked through too much to leave this moment with only inspiration. You need transformation. You need remembrance. You need truth powerful enough to break every false image you accepted about yourself. For years, many of you looked in mirrors and only saw the surface. You saw tired eyes, delayed dreams, scars from old battles, and the weight of responsibilities that never seemed to end. But the mirror only reflects the body. It does not reveal the spirit. It cannot show the authority inside you. It cannot display the prayers attached to your name. It cannot reveal the battles you already won in places no one could see. There are victories in your life that never received applause. There are storms you overcame that no one celebrated. There are temptations you resisted, tears you cried, wounds you healed from, and habits you broke in silence. Do not underestimate private victories. Heaven records what the world ignores. Some of you thought because nobody noticed your progress, it did not matter. But chosen one, the deepest growth often happens underground. Roots grow in darkness before branches rise in sunlight. What is hidden now may be what holds everything later. You have been building roots of strength, patience, discernment, emotional maturity, spiritual awareness, discipline. These things are not flashy, but they are powerful. They are the foundation for what lasts. That is why some people who rushed ahead will later collapse, while you who moved slowly will remain standing. They built for appearance. You were being built for endurance. They chased quick rewards. You were learning lasting wisdom. Never envy what has no roots. Chosen one, another truth must be faced. Sometimes the greatest limitation was not what happened to you, it was what you believed after it happened. A betrayal made you think no one could be trusted. A failure made you think you were incapable. A rejection made you think you were unworthy. A delay made you think you were forgotten. Pain speaks loudly if truth is absent. But today those agreements are breaking. You are not unworthy because someone failed to value you. You are not incapable because something once failed. You are not forgotten because timing looks different than expected. You are not doomed because your past was difficult. You are not cursed because your road was heavy. Many chosen ones have been living beneath their level because they carried lies longer than they carried truth. But once truth enters, chains begin to loosen. Your spirit has been trying to tell you this through intuition, through restless feelings, through moments where you sensed you were meant for more. That discomfort you felt in average environments was not arrogance. It was misalignment. Your soul knew you were settling where you should have been growing. Some of you stayed in places too long because loyalty became fear in disguise. You called it patience, but it was fear of change. You called it love, but it was fear of being alone. You called it humility, but it was fear of being seen. Chosen one, honesty is freedom. You cannot heal what you refuse to name. There are relationships you outgrew years ago. There are habits that no longer fit who you are becoming. There are thought patterns that belong to survival mode, not destiny mode. There are rooms where your future cannot breathe. Letting go is not betrayal when growth requires it. This next season asks something different from you. It asks you to choose yourself in a healthy way, to honor your peace, to respect your energy, to protect your focus, to stop volunteering for emotional chaos, to stop handing access to people who mishandle sacred things. Not everyone who knows your name deserves your presence. Not everyone who misses you values you. Not everyone who returns has changed. Not every opportunity is assignment. Discernment will save you years. Chosen one, you must also understand that gifts come with responsibility. Many of you are intuitive, creative, wise beyond your years, naturally healing to others, able to sense atmospheres, able to speak life into broken people. But gifts without boundaries become burdens. If everyone can access you freely, exhaustion follows. You were not given light so people could drain it without gratitude. You were given light to illuminate purpose. Learn the difference. Some people only come near chosen ones during darkness because they need your flame. Then when they feel warm again, they disappear. Do not become bitter, but become wise. Compassion and access are not the same thing. There are also blessings waiting on the other side of your consistency, not just prayer consistency, not just vision consistency, not just desire consistency. Many ask heaven for doors while ignoring the discipline required to walk through them. If you want the next level, your habits must agree with your hopes. Wake with intention. Guard your mind. Move your body. Honor your word. Finish what you start. Study what matters. Save what you earn. Create even when you are uninspired. Rest without guilt. Repeat until results appear. Chosen one, miracles often meet motion. Some of you are waiting to feel ready before beginning, but readiness is often born after the first step, not before it. Confidence grows through evidence, and evidence comes through action. Start while nervous. Start while imperfect. Start while learning. Start while doubted. Momentum can teach what hesitation never will. And hear this deeply. Stop comparing your chapter 3 to someone else's chapter 12. Many people show outcomes and hide process. They display harvest and hide seasons of tears. They reveal success and conceal sacrifices. Comparison is dangerous because it compares your behind the scenes with someone else's highlight reel. Your path is custom. Your timing is custom. Your lessons are custom. What takes one person a year may take another 5, because the assignment is different. Trust the architecture of your own road. Chosen one, some of you are about to experience restoration in unexpected ways. Not always by getting back what was lost, but by receiving something better. Sometimes restoration is not the return of the old house, it is the new home. Not the old relationship, the healthier love. Not the old opportunity, the aligned path. Not the old identity, the true self. Do not limit restoration to repetition. Heaven can replace with increase. There is joy returning to people who thought joy forgot their address. There is clarity returning to minds tired of confusion. There is energy returning to bodies burdened by stress. There is creativity returning to hearts numbed by disappointment. There is laughter returning to homes that carried too much heaviness. But you must make room. Release resentment. It occupies space. Release constant worry. It consumes strength. Release the need to control everything. It blocks peace. Release old narratives. They imprison growth. Release identities built from pain. They cannot enter new seasons. Chosen one, speak differently about yourself from this day forward. Words shape inner worlds. Stop cursing your future with your mouth while praying for it with your heart. Stop saying nothing ever works for me. I always fail. I'm too late. I'm not enough. Those phrases train the mind to expect defeat. Instead, speak life with integrity. I am growing. I am learning. I am healing. I am guided. I am capable. I am becoming consistent. I am worthy of healthy love. I am prepared for aligned opportunities. I am no longer who pain told me I was. This is not denial. This is direction. Chosen one, remember also to celebrate progress before perfection. Some of you dismiss small wins because they are not final victories. But every strong life is built brick by brick. One boundary kept. One healthy choice made. One day sober. One application sent. One prayer answered. One habit repeated. One toxic cycle ended. These are not small things. These are destiny bricks. You are closer than discouragement wants you to know. For the one who feels tired right now, hear this. Rest is allowed. You do not need to collapse to deserve pause. Rest is not quitting. Rest is maintenance. Even warriors sharpen swords. Even fields lie fallow before harvest. Even oceans move in tides. Recover without shame, then continue. Chosen one, your story is not late. It is layered. It is not ruined. It is being rewritten. It is not less valuable because it was difficult. Diamonds and depth both come through pressure. One day people will look at your piece and not know the battles it cost. They will see your wisdom and not know the pain that taught it. They will witness your stability and not know the storms you survived. Let them wonder. You do not owe everyone the map of your becoming. The final word for you today is this. Stop introducing yourself by your wounds. Stop remembering yourself only by loss. Stop shrinking to fit old spaces. Stop delaying what your spirit already approved. Stop questioning whether you matter. You matter deeply. You carry weight in unseen realms. Your presence changes atmospheres. Your obedience affects generations. Your healing frees people you may never meet. Your courage opens doors for others watching silently. You have no idea who you really are, because the real you is larger than the pain you survived. But now, you are beginning to know. Walk like it, speak like it, choose like it, build like it, protect like it, love like it, rise like it. Chosen one, your spirit carried you here. Now let your life catch up with your identity.